Okay, hello, welcome back to another video. Today I am playing in the under 2000 Blitz arena. I have just joined, I believe, and we are looking for a game. I'm going to play the full Blitz arena. We're going from just below 1900 to hopefully somewhere above 2000 within the next hour. So we see a Karo Khan. Let me just sort out the sound for you guys. Excellent. Okay, knight f3 here. There is a 2-second increment. This is 3 plus 2 Blitz. And we'll go bishop d3. We'll develop some pieces. My opponent is playing very hippopotamus-like. They go for g5 here. I mean, I think we're just going to carry on developing. Honestly, if I see g4, okay, the bishop comes in. I mean, fair enough. I'm kind of interested in playing h4 at some point, because obviously they've committed, a good couple pawns to this side of the board. I think we will start though with bishop to e3, get this nice symmetrical development going on here. And I guess it's just non-obvious as to how they develop. Yeah, they pin the knight. But honestly, if I play h3, you take, and I play queen takes, do I actually care about that? I don't think so. We're going to play h3. We're going to see what this bishop is doing. It steps back. Now I can play g4, meet my opponent's weird pawn structure, and force the bishop back to g6, which honestly I quite like. I do quite like that, because then we don't have to think about g4 ourselves. I'll play queen d2, just stepping up out the way and getting ready to castle queenside. And I mean, my opponent just hasn't developed either knight, which feels like a pretty dubious thing to have done, or rather not to have done. I've got my jar of water here. Cheers. Castling queenside. Maybe we see queen b6, but then there's going to be d5, so maybe there's queen c7 or a5. Wow, my opponent's making a lot of Camille moves. They're leaving their king in the center, which leads me to believe that breaking open the center is what is in order here. So we're going to just go for it, just absolutely sending it, probably giving up a pawn in the process, but opening up the center. If the e-file opens, then we can bring a rook across. I think taking here, maybe now I take the bishop. Pawn takes, and all of a sudden this g6 pawn is very, very weak to potentially infiltrate around this king. Like maybe queen d3 makes sense. But immediately I want to play this move. Like takes. Actually, do I want to play this move? I think I'd actually, you know what? Why not play queen to d3? We go straight after this weakness. How do you actually defend it? I mean, king f7 is just a nightmare to play. You do not want to play that. And I mean, if I can get my rook open... We are going to go queen d3. I don't know if this makes any sense. But taking this bishop, king f7, wow. It's a very committal move. I'm not convinced at all. Can I sacrifice a bishop? Pawn takes, knight takes with check. It feels like I probably shouldn't be able to do this. But maybe I can. What if the king comes up? Should I just go for it and trust the process? Sacrifice a full bishop? Or the king's come up, so I go here with check? Ooh, that could be interesting. Okay, we're going to give this check. Getting on at the light squares here, because then when we open the d file, our rook is activated and pins the knight here to this queen. So, I mean, I can go check. And then if bishop takes, pawn takes, that's got to be pleasant for me, right? I'm also thinking the knight should come here and here. Yeah, we're gonna take this pawn back with check now. We'll pre-move pawn takes, but it's not obvious what my opponent does here, because trading the bishop. Oh my god, really? And then the queen just moves. Fair enough, but I don't know. I don't believe in that for some reason. I need to hurry up though, because... Right, f4. I don't know why, honestly. I think if takes, we're going to take here, then the f-file's opened, meaning we can get at the king. And if not, then at least we've supported this pawn, and I'm planning to go knight e4, knight d6 check. This knight has nowhere to move. The bishop has nowhere to move. This rook can't really get into the game, so we take... The f-file is now opened. We're just going to step back to carry on supporting this pawn and open up the f-file here. We do have an increment as well. Remember that. So I'm not too worried about being down on time. And I'm just not convinced that this can be good for my opponent. Their king is super weak. Mine does not need to worry about anything. So if I go check... I don't know. Okay, I don't think this can be a mistake. Get onto the f-file with tempo, fine. Now, honestly, we're going knight e4. The reason is that I will pre-move this check. We will gain an extra 2 seconds on the clock. If my opponent takes, there we go. And then, like, how do you stop this? How do you stop my knight getting outposted on d6 with check? The d-file and the f-file are free for my rook to bounce in between to just, you know, really harass this king. Because this check will force the king across to the f-file. Oh my god, from which check there and mate? Because if check and here, there's going to be some discovery where I win the queen with check. This is ridiculous. So now I can go... Yeah, it's got to be check here. If the king comes up, what do? Do I prepare a discovery? Queen c5 maybe? Or I just go rook f1 anyway. Oh yeah, this looks beautiful, look. And we just go for f7. What are you going to do about it? This knight, it's not going to move. Actually, ooh. No, but knight here, we take this with check. Yes, you can then take my knight, but then I get to take the bishop. Oh no, wait, you can't even take the knight. I'm completely waffling, sorry. It is currently 1 AM, by the way. Don't know if I mentioned that. Yeah, the bishop holds this. This is a beautiful position for me. My opponent just can't move any of their pieces. They might try some kind of sacrifice. But yeah, it's not looking good. And you see their time ticking away. Queen moves. We can just go check. Beautiful stuff. Hit the king at the queen. Resignation in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Back to tournament. And we are 6th. Excellent stuff. Nice game. Very nice game, actually. Getting hydrated. We have 49 minutes of this arena left. Hopefully we can do well. But it was a good win to start off with. A very convincing win as well. I don't really feel in danger. I don't think that was very dubious. We're just waiting for the next game. Okay, here we go. Right. We're going to go c5 against d4. This is the old Benoni. And then knight to f6. Give me c4. e5, the Benko gambit. My opponent doesn't take, and instead goes knight c3. I believe this is the Zaitsev variation. Although actually that might be if takes first, a6, and then knight c3. Here I can play b4. And it's not obvious to me why I wouldn't play b4. Although maybe the knight gets to b5. But then I just play a6 and it's trapped, maybe? So here, knight a4? But then surely the knight's trapped on the edge. Right, we're going to go for b4. I don't know if this makes sense. I think probably it's a valid approach. The knight moves across here. But it just seems like it's going to be a bit stuck on the edge. I'm going to go for just d6. We're going to win connect 4 here. Complete the pawn chain. If a3 happens, I might just play a5. They're going to go back in with the knight. That is crazy. Okay, we're going to get on this diagonal. There is no other way to develop this bishop. You sure as hell aren't going to develop it through 4 pawns on that diagonal. And then we're just going to castle. Again, this knight is just... Okay, now the knight can't move. So, like, why not just... In fact, first of all, bishop f5. We just hit the queen. I don't know. Queen c2 doesn't seem to make sense there because you can't play e4. The queen has to move. I mean, I could jump in here. Hit the queen. I don't really know what that achieves, honestly. And if I ever take this bishop, then the knight gets back into play. So maybe that doesn't make so much sense. We're just going to go back. We're going to hit the knight while it still can't move. If my opponent wants to play takes, and then drop the knight back, then my bishop is just going to be a... Oh no, then we have like knight c3. Okay, so here I can take this knight, and that's kind of the point. Ruining the pawn structure here. Which I think we're just going to go for, honestly, straight away. Now, this pawn is a big weakness. I can go knight to d7, or knight b to d7 more accurately, and then put my knight on b6 straight after this pawn. If it goes to a5, it's going to be even more of a target. So the queen comes in to defend it. Now, I'm thinking about just playing a5. I like it. Just locking this here as an isolated pawn, double isolated pawns. Queen d7. How are you actually defending this? You are not defending this. We will now take this with the queen. If I see a queen trade, that'll be nice. I can always retreat to b6 with the knight. They move the queen, but now we just got this extra pawn here. I think I should probably just slide back with the queen, honestly. I don't want to spend too long thinking on a move like this. We are just going to slide back, though. Do I want to go to e8? I don't know why I want to go to e8. Maybe the knight wants to be on d7. I don't even need to move my queen. You know what? In the name of trading, what about knight to g4? Takes. Oh, I need to move. My opponent's going to go for this move. It's going to be annoying. It's going to be really annoying. So maybe I play e5 myself. En passant here. You know what? We're going for it. e5. I don't want them to play e5. They take en passant. I capture here. They play e5 anyway because I'm a moron. But now, I don't know, my rook files over. In fact, that was really weird. I don't know why I did that. I can't even... Oh. No, how am I going to throw this? I'm too tired to be playing Blitz. We'll just go here. And if takes... Oh, dear. It's not looking good. It's really not looking very good. Should we... Let's take this bishop. I'm really thinking about just sacking the exchange for the content, you know what I mean? I think we'll start actually by bringing this rook over. No, we're going to bring the queen. I'm being very indecisive here. We're bringing the queen back. Hit the pawn. Also, potentially, I play rook takes, pawn takes, queen takes, sacrifice the exchange. We now take. My opponent's queen comes in to attack this, but I just play this. And then knight to d7. Remove the queen from where it is here. I mean, maybe you go to g3 to hold on to the pawn. Then maybe I go like this and I block off the defense of the pawn. There is a sacrifice. They don't go for it. I'll play queen here. Now the sacrifice doesn't work. I'll play like this. May as well keep the queen on a dark square, yeah, because I do not want to blunder it like that. King g7. I've made a huge mess of this, honestly. I don't really know how this has happened, but oh well. We will go like this, I guess. I mean, we're holding this. Threatening to take the bishop, maybe. Although, do we want to give my opponent a pass pawn? I guess then I get connected pass pawns. 16 seconds. Absolutely plenty of time. This is too much. Okay, I don't know why I've just taken that, honestly. We're now going to go here, though, prevent this from moving and keep this defended. Maybe there's like rook f5 at some point. And we've got pawns that can roll. If my opponent takes, I can always take. I'm still up a pawn somehow. We're going to go for rook f5 just to keep everything really defended. And then take here. Again, everything's really defended. This is now defended. What about just this? Hit the pawn. I need to gain a bit of time, honestly. And I'm not happy about the idea of like g4 here, h4. Okay, I mean, that doesn't work, but some idea like this. We're going to just step back. I need to gain time. What am I doing? How am I going to take so long on a move? And then move across here. What was that move? Okay, just move. Why am I moving my king? It's a great question. Just move, gain back some time. And just keep it moving. Here, 13 seconds, right. We're gonna try not to repeat. We're now gonna go here. If the queen moves, I maybe play this with a discovered check. I might want to put a rook on d6, although then this pawn might be weaker. Whoa. Takes? There's no check, right? Okay, we win a pawn. Now I'm threatening this. Check. Trade the queens. Triple connected pass pawns. And somehow, even though I do not deserve that, we get the win here. King actually cannot move to any of these squares. will go up. Got plenty of time. I'm sure we'll see resignation in a couple moves, if not right now. Should I try and call the resignation again? I don't know, my opponent seems to be fighting this out for some reason. They now cannot escape the back rank. Yeah, literally this is brutal stuff. And if I go check king here, yeah, we can just do that. I think they're trying to get like stalemated, but if they go here trying to hold both queening squares, I just queen on one of them, give up the queen, and then queen on the other one. And you cannot take the queen this time. I will push this pawn. My opponent always has moves here, so it's not stalemate. And then they resign. Okay, back to tournament. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. We are in 9th, but we are on a streak. I need some quicker wins. That's what it is. 41 minutes remaining. Here we go. We get the white pieces right. This guy's 1343, so hopefully my dreams of reaching 2,000 in this tournament might not be very feasible. I didn't realize, because I am kind of near the top. Basically, my Blitz rating is really low because I have not been playing Blitz seriously. It's like a good... Oh, they go for some mainline theory, though. Fair play. 1343. You know what they're doing. Queen f6. Play queen f6. And I'll be very impressed. And also very happy, because then I can play the Blumenfeld attack with knight b5, which even people rated, like... Even, you know, national masters I've seen fall for that. This doesn't make sense, though. c3, we just hit the bishop. Honestly, I think taking here makes sense. We force b takes because if d takes, we can trade the queens. And then my opponent won't be able to castle, and that just doesn't look very good for them. And after b takes, do I just go for something like bishop d4 straight after this? I don't think so. It's probably not a great idea. But funnily enough, queen g4 looks like a reasonable move. Because yes, there's a potential discovery with this bishop, but actually, queen g4, you have to deal with the fact that g7's hanging. And if queen g4, g6? Because queen g4, queen f6, there's bishop d4, we hit the queen. This all looks great. Honestly, we're going for queen g4. Getting the queen out early, generally speaking, is not advisable, but I think we kind of forced the move g6 here. I don't really see another easy to play move. King f8 looks horrible. And immediately just walks into ideas of like bishop d4. I mean, maybe if you develop the knight, fine, but... Oh, now bishop d4. As I said, queen f6, which is bishop d4, I think. We hit the queen. We hit g7. The queen's hitting g7 as well. The queen's going to have to move. Let's say we see queen g6, then it's just takes. Pawn takes, bishop takes here, and the rook can escape, which is interesting. Huh. So it's not as obvious as I actually thought. Do I want to play like bishop e2? I kind of doubt it that I want to play bishop e2. It's like knight f6 and everything's fine. Right, we are going to trade the queens here, get my queen out of harm's way. They should take with the h-pawn, obviously, to allow the rook to escape. We're going to pick up the pawn anyway. That doesn't make sense, because once my bishop moves, you know, what is this rook actually doing? It could have been on h5, maybe patrolling something active. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think we're closing in on being extremely winning rather than just somewhat winning. We're gonna develop the bishop to here. Maybe d5 is a move. Then pawn. Okay, then my opponent doesn't go for that. Let's just develop my own knight, and then just step back with the bishop. Now the dark squares are all really, really weak. I should have gone check. No, I shouldn't, because c6. Then both my bishops have been hanging because the knight holds c6. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be kind of annoying if this game takes a while to convert. Okay, what's this? This makes no sense. What is? I don't understand this move. Honestly, we're castling queenside for some reason. Just because I want my rook on a semi-open file. Knight comes in, we're just going to pin that to the rook. Bishop, oh, am I blundering something? No, we just take it. If you go check, I go here. There's no more checks. This is held by the bishop. And yeah, this is... Okay, this is a free knight. Right. Hopefully we see resignation now. Oh, I was going to do my countdown, but yeah, okay. We get that out of the way. Kind of a blessing to get a fairly low-rated opponent just then, because I'm now 7th. With the person in first who has 10 points, they lost their streak. So theoretically, I should be able to gain points faster than them. Okay, knight f6, Alekh's defense. Get some more water in. We're going to gain a bunch of time here in the opening. That's the intention. Yeah, look, my opponent's already thinking. This is kind of an offbeat opening. I mean, a lot of high-rated players. Whoa, what do I even do? D6? I think so. Drop this back. Bishop goes here. Do I play? Wow. You want to give me the bishop just like that? Okay, I said gain time. I was completely lying. I'm now going to think for a while. Knight takes, queen takes. I mean, we just have a bishop here. And we could even then play like d5. Or even like bishop e6. It doesn't look very pleasant, but if I go d5 straight away, bishop b3, a5, threatening to trap the bishop. Could just say a4. I'm just going to take this. And my advantage that I'm going to claim is that I have the bishop pair, which is often a really pleasant thing to have. I'm going to play d5. The queen has to move again. Yeah, I don't think queen e2 is a very good move. Queen has to move again. This makes no sense, right? Let's play this. c6. Queen has to move yet again. And I mean, I'm just building up quite a strong pawn chain here. We can develop the bishop while pinning the knight to the queen. This is looking a bit like an advanced Caro-Kann, actually. So we're going to go for e6. I mean, the bishop's normally on f5 in advanced Caro-Kann, I guess, but... And then I think c5 is actually the idea. It's kind of like the French defense as well. This is now, it looks exactly like an advanced French. c3, knight c6, queen b6 as well, applying pressure to the d4 square and to b2. This queen could become overworked guarding b2 and also the knight here. So maybe after queen b6, there is some tactic. Whoa. Yeah, queen b6, if you take, there's going to be bishop takes and then a whole lot of trouble down here. And I think, yeah, lifting the queen off the defense of b2 was probably a mistake. Actually, b3, wow. Takes. If pawn takes check, seems really strong. We are going to open this up now, actually. Because I think... I don't know, I just think it makes sense to give this check. Right? Or... Hold up. Yeah, my opponent will just castle. I was thinking we go knight here, angling for some fork here. Although, actually, it's a family fork situation. King, queen, and rook. So knight to b4. I actually really like knight to b4. I could be completely blind. Although knight to b4, the knight comes here. Let's give the check. I think maybe knight to b4 would have been strong. Knight comes in and blocks. Now what I can do, I can play takes. You have to take with queen, I guess. And then the defense is drawn away here. We're going to take this now, because you can't take with knight because it's pinned. If you take with pawn, it kind of ruins the castling chances here. And it's probably an ill-advised move. But if queen takes, then this pawn is just going to hang. And we can take it with the knight, protected by the queen, also now threatening knight to c2, as well as threatening the queen. So it's a fork of the queen and another fork. So the queen comes here to defend said fork of forks. And now I'm tempted by rook c8, just trying to go in there again. We will go rook c8, just get on the open file. It makes complete sense to claim that. Now, my knight might want to be here. I also need to probably move a little faster. Okay, we're just going to castle. I don't like how sort of overworked my queen is defending these pieces. I should have moved my knight earlier. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, guys. There's no way I just blundered this. My knight's pinned. How do you attack it again? Like this, but then there's check. This comes with check, and then you have to take, and then it's just disastrous. Right, I think I'm okay. I can play this. Wow. Wow. Wait, what? Is that wow? I don't understand why that's wow I take. I could also play like queen b5. No, I couldn't. We take. Maybe the rook comes here. Oh no, what is going on? Am I just losing? I feel like at a certain point I'm going to have enough pawns to be enough compensation. I can't believe I blundered allowing that pin though. That is awful. Queen a4? I need to move. Let's just play Queen a4. I need to hold this knight, but I feel like I'm about to lose it. Oh well. If my opponent takes here, then I get some chance to unpin. Okay, we unpin, we hit the bishop. You can take my bishop, but I'll recapture with rook. And now I think we've simplified. Yeah, I think we've simplified here into something where I'm probably a bit better. My knight looks great. My rook, I mean, this rook's annoying and scary, but maybe Queen c6 fixes that, or that just hangs a pawn. Yeah, I've fumbled this game, I'll be honest, guys. We're going to just bring the rook to here, though. Double up makes a lot of sense. Potentially some back rank ideas. My opponent hasn't pushed a pawn for some Luft. Luft being air in German. Some breathing room for the king. And okay, now they go for that, but I mean, could I just do this? Hit this, hit the pawn. Seems to make sense to me. Do not mind it. Where's the queen going to go? I'm not exactly convinced. The thing is, this knight's not technically outposted. Ugh. Now I just trade the queens and take the pawn, right? And now I'm 2 pawns up. My back rank's like temporarily fragile, but I just go like this and we are fine. I need to be careful my knight doesn't get trapped actually, because I've just removed one of its escape squares. We've got an outside passed pawn here. We've got a central passed pawn here. We're just going to go here, just stabilize this a little bit. And if check, we can go up. I need to gain a bit of time on the clock, actually. Also, it defends the potential retreating square e7, which could make some sense, like right now, actually. Yeah, we'll go for it. Maybe I should have gone in there and gone for some check. I don't know. Okay, let's go like this. Again, I always have this escape square, so we're fine on the back rank. I'm kind of just trying to fork these two things here. There is a pin, an unpleasant pin. I now have no time. Why have I done this? Oh no. I might have to give up a rook. Right, we've got to just send it, guys, I'll be honest. This was poor. Oh, I had this check. And I've just now hung a pawn. And it defends the check. I'm so bad at this game. We're going to go here to try and do something, but oh, this just takes. Right, we've got to run with this pawn. I've got 2.9 seconds. I cannot believe I've just blundered that. I cannot believe I've just blundered that. Yeah, I have lost this game so badly. Yep, it's resignable. Poor performance from me there. Damn. Okay, yeah, that was absolutely horrible. I cannot believe I just lost that game. I was definitely completely winning at some point. Unfortunate, but we move on. I should analyze that game. I'll probably do an analysis of the end of the lost games. I don't want to analyze all of them because I'm obviously going to have played quite a few games by the end. But now we are playing yet again. I'm going to go e4. We'll go d4. Take e4. Knight f6. Aliakin's defense. We will try this one more time. Potentially a few more times, depending on what my opponent plays. They go for the anti-Aliakin or Alakine. And we can get, I know quite a bit of theory in this line. It depends how they play, actually. Go on, knight f3. Okay, we go knight c6. Give me knight f3. You know you want to play knight f3. And then we're just going to pin that knight there. It's going to be a great time. Generally, I think the game goes knight f3, bishop g4, bishop e2, and we get to castle queenside super early. There we go, knight f3, pin the knight, bishop e2, otherwise we're threatening to take, and if queen takes, pawn takes, then there are double isolated pawns. Wow, or we see this c4 move. I think I can go check. I vaguely remember this line from somewhere. And now I can, if I take, you have to take here because the bishop's pinned. I think this makes sense. We're going to ruin the pawn structure and then just take this pawn here. Having removed the defender, taking with knight if needs be. The d file is now open, which will serve us very well. given that I can castle queenside and bring a rook to the d file super quick. So, okay, the queen moves. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but why don't I just castle? Probably the queen comes, oh, the bishop comes here rather. Now, we're just going to go back to f6, keep an eye on this weaker pawn, keep an eye on this, I guess, arguably weaker pawn. Maybe go for knight to d4, but also push the pawn and then bishop b4 check will be interesting. We're just going to do that straight away. Maybe this would have been better, I'm not sure. But check. And the king has to move here. There's no blocking move that doesn't blunder material, so the king moves. Now, I can go check and force the bishop to take, otherwise we win the queen. Seems very reasonable. Yeah, check. We remove the dark squared defender as well, which means that this pawn is absolutely hopeless. We can play rook to d8. I mean, we're just up. King's really weak. My king's not. Seems very, very good. Even if a3, we can just take this. Actually, I was going to say we can take this because if takes, we can take here. But if we take, they do some desperado tactic. Bishop b7 check. Takes here. Is there a check? Oh, there's no check. We can do this. I was thinking there's an interesting desperado. Desperado being where you sort of like just throw away the material that you're going to lose anyway for some compensation. In my opponent's case, it would be the pawn. They play it and loosening my king. But if they take here, then check is going to win the queen. So yeah, they don't have the time to do so because there is no check as well. I was thinking maybe they try and go here, pin the bishop. It does make sense. But then, I mean, I'm just going to go check regardless. So yeah, rook moves in. Now I can save my bishop with tempo on this pawn again. That was a bit of a peak voice break. They go check. I can go here. They then win my bishop. Don't know how I feel about that. Honestly, we're just going to go here. There's no way you can access this diagonal, and I'm going to play rook b8 and then just take on here. Yeah, this is going to be a king hunt that ends very soon. I mean, I can start it with check. If you take, we can play queen takes, supported by the bishop, of course. I can go bring the rook to the open file with the check. Oh, it's looking good. We can go check, king here. It doesn't seem to be immediate. Oh, no, wait, check, king here. Check, king here. Wait, let's do some calculation quick. Queen check, king b3, rook d3, king a4, queen c2, king a5, bishop a3, maybe king a6. Okay, no, this has to be good, right? This really has to be good. Check, king here, I go check. I think. Oh, I guess you can block with the pawn. I'm actually really not convinced that what I've just done was a good idea. Oh well. The king may be somehow hiding here. Safe and sound. We're going to go back with the bishop and probably lose it. But actually this check. So now we go here. Oh my god, is there a repetition? No, because I come up here, there's no more checks, right? Yeah. Okay, we're fine. And if this here, then we take, right, yeah. Now the king's just getting hunted. I don't think that was very, I mean, it probably was accurate, I have no idea, but we win the game. And claim our 4th win? I don't know actually how many games we won now. Yeah, there's no more checks. Queen comes here to hold this square. I could even just sack the, no, I probably couldn't just sack the queen. If I play this, there's no checks. It's kind of funny. How do I actually do this though? I mean, I don't really understand how this isn't completely winning, but it doesn't seem to be. I can go here, kind of forcing the queen to b4. Yeah, we're just gonna go a6. Queen b4 is actually forced, and then oh my god, look at this. Wait, is the queen's just trapped? The only move to not lose the queen would be to go here, but then you get mated. That's ridiculous. So we didn't even use the queen or the rooks. It was just the pawns that stormed in. Yeah, resignation in 5-4. 3, 2, 1. You can't win them all. You win some, you lose some. They go there with the rook. Okay, I guess that makes sense. But I take, rook takes. I mean, it's just a winning endgame for me. I'm trying to work out if there's a quicker way to end the game. But let's just take. Rook takes here. I take this. King takes. We can go check. There's no blocking with the pawn because it's pinned here. So the king has to move again. Coming back this way feels like it's probably a little dubious. I don't know. Surely you're going to get mated now. I'm going to go here and just try and slide in. There is b4, but I can just go check. King has to come out here. I can go check again and then just take this pawn, unless you play rook here. But then I just take king takes and take the pawn anyway. So yeah, now it's just a complete win. Hopefully my opponent resigns so I can get to winning some more games. Or not. We can go check. We can go check. King is just being forced across the board here. We're just going to bring my king here so there's no pins. Probably just play a5, secure the bishop. I should be looking for the fastest way to win this, but honestly, I'm also just trying to be clinical. We're going to go bishop here, cut off loads of the squares for the king, and probably play f5. Yeah, like here we go, f5. Actually, I probably should have left it here and played a5. Who cares? We're just going to defend this pawn, and if there's a check, I will actually just step into a7 and say my king is unassailable. How about that? We're going to go here, threatening check. I'm converting this so poorly, honestly. Okay, here, we win the, oh, go on, king here. Okay. Yeah, I'll just take this, go here, and resignation. Okay, thank God. Right. Yeah, 10 points. The winner of the tournament. Oh my God, I'm so behind. What's going on? 16 points. Oh, that's what I'd be on if I hadn't lost that game. That's so poor. That's such a poor effort from me. But it's all right. We've got 20 minutes left. I need some quick wins, which means I need to play outrageously dubiously. So we're going to, okay, Black Mardima Gambit. We want as much of a gambit as possible. Defend the pawn. Ooh, we'll go f3 anyway. If you take, it's actually a really bad move because we go here and put the bishop on c4, I think. Like this. If you go e6, I actually don't think it's a great idea. Okay, this diagonal's really weak. You're telling me this is good? I mean, I'm not convinced. The rook's going to come here. We're going to try and create some attack. Can we put my pawn here? Where's the knight going? Off this way? Yeah, we attack this knight with the pawn. Okay, yeah, quick. Attacking, all the pieces developed. This king's weak. This is exactly the kind of game I needed. We are just gonna, oh, that's actually really annoying. Why did I do this? We're gonna go check. This kind of reminds me of the Palerio defense in the fried liver. I shouldn't have traded the, oh! If I take, oh, I could take here, discovered check, but then they block with the queen. But then I take, oh, takes here, discovered check, forking these pieces. If you block with the queen, I take and then take the rook. This is exactly, bang. Take the rook, promote to a queen. Where are you going? Where are you going? Pick this up. Take back the bishop. Or just resignation. You got to resign here. Come on. You're down this much time. Which by I mean material. You're down 14 material, bro. Please. Let me go after you with the knight. Yep. I don't know why they just gave me a pawn. And then, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how I don't know what to do, but I somehow do it. Let's just put the rook here and threaten some discovery. I want to keep the queen patrolling the back rank to not allow the king back in. Resignation, finally. Thank God. Okay. Quick win. That could be clutch. That could be so clutch. Oh, got my jar of water. I think this initially used to be, you know, Dolmio pasta. They're like pasta sauce. I think that's what it used to be. But I bleached it. And I'm now drinking water from it. So that's a fun anecdote for you guys. I'm still somehow below 19. I've actually gained no rating really from this tournament at all. I think I'm currently up. What was I on? What was I on? I was on 89 maybe? Okay, maybe, perhaps. Right, this is annoying. Actually, no, it's not. That was a very quick change of heart. The idea is that if my opponent goes here and castles, I'm going to go for a really quick h4, h5. Again, trying to get some speedy wins, focusing on not necessarily the best moves. I'll go queen d2. Please just, like, what are they doing? Please just go knight here and castle. You know you want to do that. We're going to castle queenside. We're just going to play h4, h5. I'm sure b5 is a good move here. They're going for some kind of hippo defense. Some like creepy crawly perhaps. Yeah, this is a bad move. Okay, this is really, really nice. f6. Ben Feingold has just cried himself to sleep. f4. We're going to crack all of this open. King's in the center. Knight's undeveloped. I'm going to take here, open the f file. And how do we do this? How do you actually do this? g4? That makes no sense. Why did I do that? Who knows? Develop the knight. Everything's defended. I might want to play e5 at some point, trying to crack this open. Although, I actually like this move. Because it comes with tempo on the knight. We maybe open the d file, and I can probably take this pawn. Although then I activate the bishop. Okay, so takes, perfect. Now the bishop can come here, get on this square. It's a beautiful square. We'll take the knight. Bishop d3, getting ready to hop onto those light squares. This knight is just annoying though. How do I get rid of it? I mean, I should have just taken this. That was, yeah, I definitely missed that. I'm playing too quickly. But even now, my opponent can't defend this. Then the knight's going to be pinned. Then we're going to get checked. Beautiful stuff. Okay. I'm going to take this. If you take my rook, be my guest. I actually don't know why I've allowed that, but oh well. Taking the knight, queen takes, check. And then coming back, I don't know. Maybe if I go check and then we see this and I take queen. Yeah, we're going to go for the check. Point being, if the king steps across here, it's susceptible to some kind of rook f1. If it comes here, oh wow. Takes? Are they going to save the bishop now? But then I can save my bishop. Okay, I can't take the knight because my rook hangs, but I can take the bishop. Oh, how do I do this? I'm actually down material right now. I won't be after I recapture one of these pieces, but if I take this, I'm threatening to take the knight, but then the knight comes here. This might not have even been good. We're going to go here so we hold this pawn. I think it's kind of important that we hold this pawn. And then go like this. I just want to trade off, honestly. Yeah, okay, now the king's a bit more open. I feel like this must be good for me. We're going to go here, hit the bishop. Maybe there's some check. Maybe there's some check here. Queen's super active. Maybe there's rook e1. I should probably be taking a tiny bit more time, but again, I'm desperate to play fast. Rook e1, if you go here, and then I take, king takes and win the bishop. So of course not. Oh dear, what's going on? How do I actually win this? This pawn's going to roll as well, which is actually scary. I'm just going to go back and push my pawn. Even though that's probably a terrible idea, I should maybe... I don't want to play passively though. The queen goes... Wait, here? The pawn pushes. I have to go under, and then this hangs with check. I'm just going to go under here and try and win this. My opponent might put their rook here, which honestly looks like a great move. I then... Right, honestly, we're going to have to send it, guys. Go over here and just try and take this pawn. I've definitely played this horribly. There's probably a check that I don't want to face. I don't know how as well, because I was so winning. It was just so clear I was winning. It was giving up the rook. I shouldn't have rushed. I should have just moved my rook. Maybe even to here, then taken this, and then gone in. I was way too impatient. And then, I don't know, I've probably missed many ways to try and do something here. Here's going to be... Oh, who cares? We're going in. Okay, they've surely fumbled it here. Check. King here. Check. Yeah, they've just lost. They've lost the plot, lads. They've lost all their pawns, all with check. And now some, like... I don't know. Wait, here? No. H6, hit the bishop. If you go here, and I take the bishop, then you go check. And if I take, then it's queens with mate. Oh no, maybe h6 was a terrible move. Bishop moves. Check. Or I just take the pawn now. Surely I can take the pawn now. I'm stressed. I'm so stressed. No, I take the pawn and this check, and I lose my rook. But maybe I don't, because I take the pawn, check. If king b1, I get mated. So I take the pawn, check here. I lose my rook, but then check. And either way the king goes, I mate. So here, check. King d1, what's the move? Guys, we're sending it. I'm honestly sending it. I don't think this works. I think there's a sneaky idea. Take my rook. Take my rook, I dare you. That was a horrible voice break. But it doesn't matter, because we've just pulled off the scam of the century. What a weird line. 8th place now. We've got the streak. We've got the streak going. We're only 1 win behind the people in first. Hopefully, I can play them and take their streaks off them. I've got 11 minutes left. Probably 1 or 2 more games. Hopefully we get 2 more games in. But I'm going to need a quick win to get 2 more games in. Actually, I don't know. Does it stop? I don't know if you can still play, or if like the game still counts if you've started it before the tournament ends. I'm not actually sure. Okay, come on. This is some late night Blitz. What's the time right now? I think it's. Let me just check on it. Oh my god, it's 1:45. That is not excellent. Okay, here. My opponent's wasting my time right now. Right here. We're going to break with d5. Yep, perfect. And kind of like a Philidor defense, honestly, but just reversed. So we're like a tempo down. I'm gonna go f6. Ben Feingold has just started crying, but bishop e6, queen d2, castle's queenside. I could take this. I don't know. That's probably not a great move though. But it's always tempting just to grab the bishop pair. But this formation is super nice to then go like this. We'll take the bishop, c4, we'll just step back, gaining time here. Very soft square for the knight on d4. Although, I mean, honestly, b4, it's not playable now because I can take it. The queen comes in. I mean, I'm going to castle, but I'm very scared. But I'm hoping that I attack faster, basically. Can I play a5? This looks bad, but then just lock it up. Just play bishop here and you won't move anything. I'm going to go for it. I for some reason, think I'm Garry Kasparov. I don't know. Like I go here. And then I just go here. And like, where can your queen actually move? Like nowhere. Wait, is the queen going to get trapped? I don't know why my opponents just put their queen there. Okay, they go here with the bishop. Makes sense. But it... Oh, I can't move the knight without the queen trade happening. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Can't really attack the queen in any other way. I need to hurry up. If here and takes... Oh, I just hang a knight. What am I talking about? Right, let's just do my own attack. Whatever happens here, happens here. At the end of the day, I've got to live with that. If takes, then this hangs. RIP. Here. Rook pins. Not good. Oh, it's really not good. I knew there was something wrong with this. And if I take here, then this pawn starts moving. We're going to just send it with this, though. This hangs. Literally don't care. We're going to take this, allow a pin, and then maybe just... I'm so bad at this game. What am I doing? Oh, I'm so sorry for making you watch this video with my incredible thumbnail, incredible title. What am I... It's too late. It's too late. This is why you don't play chess at 2 a.m. So I might call the video that. That might do well. It sounds like a Mr. Beast title. I don't know. Have a big like tired face in the thumbnail. That could work. I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I need to go to sleep. What was that? Yeah, our hopes of winning the tournament have been thoroughly dashed, but we can finish on a high note with c5, a nice old Benoni here. Here, give me b4. Go on, try and hold on to this pawn. I dare you. a5. Try and hold on to this pawn. Go on. You really want to hold on to this. Takes, and queen to f6. Goodbye to your rook. We are completely winning. This is a beautiful little opening trap in the old Benoni. Okay, that's redeemed just blundering mate in one there. I like this a lot. My opponent may resign quickly. I really hope they do. They might fight it out, but just funnily enough, there's no pieces. Like, there's plenty of pieces here that can come onto this diagonal. Just none of them coordinate with each other. And this rook is somehow trapped in the corner. I've always thought this one looks a bit crazy. If knight c3, we take bishop here, and we're going to just have to move the queen back. But we're going to be up a full knight. Yeah, we're going to take the knight, move the queen all the way back. Honestly, maybe I wanted f6 for the knight. That could have been quite short-sighted of me, I'm not sure. But I'll develop this, put some pressure on this pawn, I guess. There's going to be b5 at some point, maybe. Which I don't really actually feel very good about at all. I don't really even want e5. Huh. Let's just try and trade some knights. Oh, no, but this check. Okay. I need to chill out. I need to stop playing chess forever. Yeah, this is nice because I'm threatening to take here with check. I've just got a message on Lee Chess. I will have to check that out after this appalling tournament. I mean, we've had some pretty decent games, had some pretty exciting games. Hopefully, if you're still here and watching the video, first of all, thank you so much for your support. It is crazy to me that anyone would be willing to do such a thing. My voice needs to chill out. I thought drinking this water would help me, but absolutely not. I can go check. This is quite funny. We're just going to do it because it's funny. And after bishop takes, we can take the knight here. Which, I mean, and with pressure on the bishop, and so we're simplifying. Although, again, my development is absolutely appalling, so that was not a good idea. I just traded my only developed piece. I'm making some bad decisions. Shout out the strokes for that one. Oh my days. References are coming thick and fast right now. We're going to do this and develop the bishop this way. Trying to take the rook now. So maybe rook b1. But if the rook moves, maybe we take here. And then there's pressure along these bishops. And actually, is my king safe on e8? Yes, it is. I'll just put my knight over here. The rook moves across. Easy. I didn't calculate that at all. But it looks good, I think. If this bishop moves, we're going to trade the queens without a doubt. Just pre-move that. I mean, just safe pre-move any bishop. Any dark square bishop move will be trading the queens. I doubt my opponent will move the dark square bishop. They're running very low on time as well. I think I've stopped thinking, and so, wow, they want to push this pawn? I mean, I'm playing without this bishop at the moment. We're just going to move the knight. I'm expecting this. I could honestly sacrifice a rook. Oh no, but queen takes defends the pawn. Wow, I need to sleep. We'll castle here. I mean, I kind of forgot that I could still castle on move 16. I don't know. I mean, maybe f5 makes sense. If you push here, then I get this square for the knight. I'm probably going to end up getting forked at some point. If my opponent just moves their queen, my queen's going to be in a non-optimal position, I'll be honest. Yeah, not looking good. Really, actually, just not looking good at all. Where's my queen going? It's probably going to get trapped. That might be what my opponent is setting up to do. Let's just play f5 and hope my queen doesn't get trapped. And hope that the massive weaknesses I've maybe just allowed don't cause me problems. The knight goes here though, and actually we hit some weak pawns. And like kind of dominate this bishop a little. I don't know, this seems reasonable. I'm thinking that b6 might make some sense to get this bishop onto the diagonal. Maybe even slide the rook over to a8 and do some damage there. My opponent is surely going to start making some bad moves though. They are quite low on time. 2:52 minutes left. I need to win this quick. b6. Horrible move. What am I going to do when this happens? Maybe not a horrible move, but I didn't think about that at all. I also maybe want to play bishop a6. Wow. We're going to go here, just trying to trade the queens. Yes, it's not pleasant for my pawns, but okay, now I am not in a good place. Mentally, emotionally. Wait a second, do I have some tactic? Sack the rook? I don't think I needed to do that. Bishop a6, hello. And then there's, whoa, maybe accidental brilliancy. I don't know. If the rook moves, I mean, I'm going to take the queen. And then if you recapture my queen, I'll take here. Wow, we just win the game. That is crazy. I don't know if we had to do that. Bishop a6 now? I don't know if it's as effective. The rook moves. I just take this. The rook's hanging. There's checkmate. Oh, that is not checkmate. But we can just take this. Actually, is there something more exciting? I think we can take. I like taking here just because we attack this again. And my opponent's timing out anyway. Back to tournament. We've got 1 minute 30 left. Can we finish top 10? Very much. Oh, the tournament pairings are closed. Oh. Oh, what a heartbreaker. Poor. I've got 18 points and... Okay, there are a couple people above me with 18 points. Yeah, honestly, that just blundering mate in one. Those 2 losses are unforgivable. Without those 2 losses, could have been something beautiful. But unfortunately, I'm gonna now have to cut to 53 seconds time. Actually, I'm gonna cut in here with remaining 22 seconds and say I actually gained 7 elo for 7 wins and 2 losses. I gained 7 elo. I don't know why I just played this tournament. I need to play some Blitz that is a little more my level. I think those losses were probably largely due to sleep deprivation. There we go. What was my performance rating? I don't actually know how to see that. I click on myself here. I had about a 1982 performance rating. Yeah, you know what? At 2 AM, I don't really mind that. I'm just going to get my Blitz elo up to 2000 and probably make a new video of that. But this was a full Blitz arena. Hopefully that was entertaining. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. And if you're still here, I love you. Let me know in the comments. I'll give you some more love. Thank you. Goodbye.